Hey guys, welcome back. Yeah, new name. Not really new. Went back to the original name, the Wentzillah Reboot. So just something new-ish, I guess. I have 1,000 business cards and I don't want to just throw them all away. Toy Squad is out. The Wentzillah Reboot is back. Back in business. Not really business. I do not take commission work. I do not do commission work. But I do sell the things that I do get done on eBay or just reach out on any of my social media platforms, which are all down in the description. All linked down in the description. Also down there is going to be Fanboytone. He's the one that helped me out with this character today, Andin, Dune. If you guys already clicked on it, then you guys already saw probably an awesome picture. So yeah, we're just going to go over his story, so stick around. I just got this cool cast in, and then I went in and just built this craziness. Thanks to Fanboytone for helping me out, getting this guy kicked off, getting this thing started. We also have After the Snap that we're still working on. We have a lot of people. We have 4 or 5 people that work on that, so it takes, I know there's like 2 or 3 weeks in between each one that we do. It does take time to pull something like that together to make it one thing. So also shout out to my friend, my beat maker. All music that you hear in here was produced by DUBBZ. Also, link is down in the description. And shout out to all you guys, because you don't have to be here, and I appreciate it. And with a new name, with the name change, going back to what it was called way back when it was a Facebook page, the Wentzillah Reboot, I appreciate y'all for stopping in. So without further ado, let's jump into Andin. Let's check him out. There's going to be a story. There's going to be toy photography. There's going to be video on how I did the damn thing. And we're going to break this thing down.
This is Fanboytone back with Went doing another awesome Star Wars original. This is Andin Dune, and let's get right to it. Andin Dune was one of the few survivors of the Imperial attack on Alderaan. He had been off-world for many moons as a for-hire bodyguard. Though he had really no care, he was also aware that his sister had also survived. As always, he was too busy dealing with his own troubles and poor life decisions. Andin was always a rebellious youth, always getting into trouble, always getting into the wrong crowd. His family was distant relatives to the royal family, and while the rest of his immediate family were involved in many either political or business-owning ventures, he was always looking to the stars for adventure, or as his older sister would say, the quickest way to dive into trouble. She called him a pest because she was the only one having to watch him, chase him down, or make sure he stayed in line. That's why she coined the phrase, "My brother the Mynock." Once Andin got older and able to find work, he started moving cargo at the spaceport. He wanted nothing to do with his father's ambitions. Even though his sister was a bit of a tomboy herself, she still did what was asked. That was not Andin. He wanted more than paper pushing and HoloNet staring. As soon as he was able, and with credits he had saved, he got passage off-world. Not long after, he found work as a security for an independent medical agency on a dicey moon, some space station near the Outer Rim. He was trained by the heads blade, swordplay, and some hand-to-hand combat. Here, they had saw the news on the HoloNet about Alderaan. But that was the end of his past, and he could do nothing about that. After some small time had passed, one of the 2 doctors at the facility had been let go for ambitious medical methods in biotech and mechanical prosthetics. On his way out, he made an attempt to persuade anyone who would follow him and where he would take his work. The doctor made a credit offer payment to Andin that was impossible to refuse. Along with pay, Dr. Borjik offered to modify Andin and make him more efficient as his own personal bodyguard. The things that the good doctor was doing wasn't necessarily legal, which meant shady customers and sometimes possible Imperial entanglement. At first, some of the augmentations were great for Andin. He had never felt alive. That was just at the beginning though. Over time, the procedure started to eat away at his cells and cause rapid decomposition in some of the areas. And anytime he would bring it up to the doctor, he would soothe him with promises of reversal and cures and even newer upgrades. And Andin continued to believe it all, because the pay was so good. Not long after the fall of the Empire, his sister had gotten wind that Andin was alive. That's the other reason Cara Dune was on Sorgan. She was following trails and whispers of where her brother was. She didn't believe it was him when she first saw him in the HoloNet. He had changed so much, but there was so much of his features that she still knew that it was him. And while she was trying to enjoy her retirement, now that she wasn't a soldier, she had time to track him down. Her pest, her brother, the Mynock.
Here's Mr. Andin Dune, and you're going to see in some of the pictures the before version of him. has this. This is the first time where I've taken a custom. He had a before version, and then now he has this version once he got hooked up with the dock. So this head is off of a Beast Morphers Blue Ranger Lightning Collection figure. And also back to the intro and changing the name back. My favorite time when I was doing suit acting and cosplaying was when I was Red Dino Charge Ranger. So Rexy was a cool thing to me. Team Rexy is a cool thing to me. Hashtag Team Rexy. So just because of that, it doesn't mean that this will be only strictly Star Wars. This is just a me thing. So if I'm into Star Wars this week, then that's the customs you guys are going to see is something Black Series related. If I'm into Mafex one week, you might see me unbox that or paint up a Mafex. Maybe a 1/24th scale car. A whole crew of Black Series. Maybe a Power Ranger repaint. Maybe a new Power Ranger idea. And also, like, with Earth X-16 after Snap, there's always crazy Marvel characters I'm coming up with. Mezco-infused characters, Mezco customs. I'm going to touch base on pretty much anything that I want to do, and I hope you all enjoy it. Because that's what we're here to do. We're here to have fun and play with our toys and do some cool shit with our stuff. So, yeah, this is Andin. And the head sculpt that I used, if you guys want to take a closer look, actually got this in a trade. Really cool head sculpt. And for the skin tone, I used a Flesh from Citadel on the skin. Well, it's like a skin tone, but it does well for the skull colors and stuff like that. I really enjoyed it. I added some chrome on there with a chrome pen. And those are those chrome pens I've shown you guys before. Yeah, these chrome pens right here. So yeah, hit it with the chrome. Hit it with a little bit of rust and stuff like that. Like, this guy's been going through some crazy enhancements in the past few years in his life. So this is kind of where he's at now. You have to imagine he's bodyguard for a crazy doctor, as you guys heard in the story. But yeah, these pens right here for your chrome. Liquid chrome. Works really well. I'm using it on everything now. I just thought that markers and paint pens and stuff like that wasn't true customizing, but I was wrong. It actually gives off the best chrome. Just gotta wait for it to dry. So we also use this on the shirt underneath, and he also has it on his neck. You'll see, as you guys saw in the pictures of him when he was younger. And then I also use this Citadel. It's a dry brush. You just brush it on dry, obviously. And then for all the rust, use some acrylic. And then I used the corrosion, the technical from Citadel. Boop. And then after that, hit it with the oxide. And then you hit it with the dry rust. It rides out rust. Then for some of the blues, I use the navy blue Tamiya, and then I also use some of this clear blue, metallic blue that they have. It's not really clear, it's metallic. So I'm actually running low on this. This is really thick. I don't love how it looks in some spots, because even after years of painting action figures and doing this stuff forever, I still don't like the way it just looks clunky in some spots. And I was like, I'm not going to thin it out, even though I have thinner right next to me. I'm just going to keep laying it on, because that'll make it better. This is Andin. I hope you guys liked the story. I hope you liked all of the before and after and how I kind of put this one together. He turned out really cool. On the top here, we got the Destiny body, and then on the bottom, this is your Black Series body. So I think the two actually went really well together because they're on the peg torso. I think I did a little bit of drumming on the Destiny because the hole for the peg was so small. So I just had to make a bigger peg hole, and it worked out pretty well. So here he is. Thanks for watching, guys, and remember, be kind to one another.